Hi, Aquarius. This is Faith with the fifth dimension, and I would like to try to bring in someone that has passed who is significant in your life. I'm going to do this intuitively at first, and then I'm going to use a couple of cards that I have made myself to confirm and help you validate that this is, in fact, your person. Um, so I'm going to concentrate and meditate, and I'm going to give you the person that's coming in. I see a 18, 19, 20 to 21-year-old male. He is slender in build. His hair is sandy blonde, but more blonde than brown. He wore striped shirts, or there's something about a striped shirt. He either has a picture of himself in a striped shirt. I have that he moved very fast. He walked very fast. This young man took his life, unfortunately. There's some things left undone between the two of you in the sense that there was an argument that was had, kind of one-sided argument where he said some harsh things to you while standing in a hallway. He left the house to cool off, or you let him leave thinking that he would cool off. And he went to another location and he took his life. And it has left you in a terrible space. It has left you in a place of grief and pain. You would like to talk to him again, of course. I mean, who wouldn't? Not only was this a loss of your child or possibly a brother, if you are a sibling watching this, but there was no closure. There was just a lot of questions why, and it's something that you're really having trouble getting through. He is with you here on earth. I just have that he walked quickly, he talked quickly, he said something that he didn't mean. Standing in a hallway, you were standing either at the other end of the hallway, he was towards the back where the bedrooms are, you were standing towards where the hallway exits, and something was said by him to you. You knew he was angry, but you didn't really realize what he was feeling inside. I cannot bring forward what he's feeling inside. All I can bring forward is the event. I feel your pain. I actually feel pressure in my chest. So, of course, when you got this news, you probably felt like you were having a heart attack or a panic attack. You didn't see this coming. He has always been what we call a difficult person to deal with or challenging person to deal with. He might have been like a significant or prominent zodiac sign. I got Scorpio right away with some fire signs in his chart. That means that he would have been born in November, the end of October or November. I'm going to bring through a few clarifiers. My goal here is to bring you peace regarding your loss. I will be honest with you and tell you that this young man has been trying to come into my energy since yesterday, and I have been led to do this reading. So I'm really hopeful and that the person that needs to hear this will hear this. I made some of my own cards that can maybe bring forward his initials, either of his first, middle, or last name. So at this time, I would ask Spirit to confirm with us or for us some initials regarding this younger man. Was he in community college, or did he have plans on going to community college to take a couple of courses? I got one that fell. I'll pick it up in a second. I usually ask for 3. Sometimes I get 5. I'll take all of them. It's for the young man that has passed. For my Aquarius viewer, please bring forward some letters so we can confirm who this is. All right. I got a lot. Well, I mean, I got 5. I'm going to look at them a second before I show them to you, because sometimes I literally get a word, and if I look at them closely enough, then I can spot that. I don't see a word per se. You may pick up on a word. I'm going to show you all the letters now. It's hard to hold them. I apologize. I've got T, I've got K, I've got H, I've got U, and I have L. So these 5 letters should be significant in his first, middle, or last name. They could encompass his initials. I've also had, when I have read for people in the past, I've actually had their loved ones' initials and their initials come up in the reading. So you may see your initials in this reading, his and yours, hopefully. All right, I'm going to use one more tool. Well, actually, I'd like to bring forward what his eye color was for this young man. I have a bag of marbles, and I pick one to try to validate his eye color. All right, and I got that, and this is exactly what I saw. I got that his eyes were brown or hazel with streaks of honey in them, or a lighter brown in them. He's a very pleasant looking man. I mean, definitely, I would say handsome. Handsome. He was about 5'11". He was approximately 150 pounds, 155 pounds. And he had this honey streak in his eyes. I believe they were brown, or like a hazel brown with a streak of this lighter brown through them. He did have blondish hair, or sandy blonde hair. First of all, let me say I'm so sorry for your loss. Even though these are painful, these readings, they bring people so much peace and happiness that it's just totally worth it. And I actually, like I mentioned before, I am feeling your pain right now watching this reading. I'm going to bring up a number for this young man. Now, this number that I ask for from the divine will represent his birth month, his birthday, his death month, his death day, possibly, or a date that you know was significant to him. Because if you were his mother, or you were his sister, or you were his best friend, then you knew what dates were significant to him, most likely. And I find this crazy because I mentioned a Scorpio, and I did bring up 10, which stands for October, or can represent October. So I have 10, I have 25, I have 15, and I have 23. He could have been 23 years of age when he passed. His birthday could have been the end of October. But I hope that these dates resonate with this young man. I have that his, something started with an S. Was it his pet, a dog? Sayri or Sayer or something like that. I'm getting an intuitive hit on that. That may mean something to you. I'm going to pull 2 cards from a deck that I call Stairway to Heaven. I call them this deck that because I feel like it is a direct message from your loved one to you. So these messages ultimately come from the divine. He allows your person to come in and say something to you that he wishes that he could say in light of the circumstances as a result of his loss. You two did not get to have any closure or a final conversation. He does stand beside you here on earth as an extra level of love and support. You are not alone, even though I know his physical body is not here. His spirit is with you. And if you suffered this loss, you definitely deserve that. I just want to say, I think sometimes you intuitively feel that he's around you, but you question yourself. You feel it, but you're like, no, that's just in my imagination. So I'm going to cut this deck, and I'm going to ask Spirit for 2 cards. If this young man could say anything to his mom or his sister, whoever the female is that's watching and missing him, what would he say? I received 3 cards. I haven't read them yet because I don't have my glasses on, so let me look at them really quick. I'm going to give you what I feel is something that you need to hear the most in this situation, and you have nothing to feel guilty about. You might feel guilty as a result of his death, and who wouldn't? Anyone would. I think suicide is extremely painful. It leaves us wondering, what could we have done differently? Why didn't we see it coming? I actually have lost a young person to suicide myself, and I can tell you that it is the most painful experience you could ever experience. And I just want to tell you, it's going to be okay. It does get easier. You're going to have a new normal. I'm sure you've already figured that part out. But he is speaking directly to you right here. I mean, he is saying you have nothing to feel guilty about. And you need to hear that. And you need to believe this. He more or less is saying, this was an internal struggle for me. This had nothing to do with something you didn't do, something you should have done, something you should have said. I mean, he is saying you have nothing to feel guilty about. And you don't. Oh gosh, this is going to make you feel so happy. It is beautiful where I am. It is beautiful where I am. I do hope you can see these cards clearly. They're so pretty. Also, he has no earthly worries. So he's completely at peace. He is in heaven. You might have even been wondering that. I asked that question after I lost someone significant to me to suicide. He is in heaven, and he is so favored in heaven that he has been picked today to speak to, I believe this is his mom that I'm speaking to. Like I said, might be a sister. And I do hope that this brought you a beautiful moment of peace. I hope that this brings a smile on your face. I know it brings tears, but just know he wants you to know you have nothing to feel guilty about. He is with you here on earth. Beside you is an extra level of love and support, and you can feel him. And every time you feel him, know that yes, that is in fact him. And again, I am so sorry for your loss, and I love you so much. And if this happened if you can, please subscribe to my channel. I'm just starting out, and I want to bring so much healing to so many people that have suffered so much grief. I would really appreciate it. And please check back next week for some future readings regarding your sign in case this did not resonate with you. And I'm sure I'll hit if you keep viewing, I know that God will send me the intuitive nudge, and that your person will come through me. So have a great day and God bless. Bye-bye.